This week, we weren't actually in Akihabara because of the fact that I was in Shibuya instead, because of the fact that there was a pop-up store that I really wanted to check out. So, you know, me being me, I actually wanted to check out the Otaku pop-up store for the new summer design that had come out, even though it's still technically spring and all. It feels like it might be a little too chilly to be out in a swimsuit in this season, but hey, you know, it's like it's like an early April Fool's joke. Now we have early summer outfits instead, I guess. But yeah, overall, I really like the design. They got a different artist to do it this time around, and I thought that it actually looked pretty good, and it actually had a different flair to it from the usual anime art itself. So I kind of really went a little bit wild with the purchases for this one. They also had a metal plate design which they were selling this time around, which for those who are wondering, no, this isn't a disc plate as you people have overseas. Okay, I'm not sponsored, by the way. It's just a thing they had at the pop-up store. But aside from the Otaku pop-up store, they also had a bunch of other things going on at the same time. For one thing, within that very same store, they also had some Monogatari goods being sold there, and for the most part, most of it had already sold out. I think it was actually like the last day or two of the pop-up store itself, so unfortunately there wasn't much for me to get there. It was just kind of funny that most of the goods that sold out were for the two sisters that the main character has, as well as for Shinobu instead of the rest of the characters who mostly still had the stuff in stock. So I just thought that was kind of entertaining. But these goods for that pop-up store were also pretty nice, I would have to say overall. Aside from that, there was also a pop-up store for Gochiusa going on, which hot damn, I didn't expect to see so many people there for the Gochiusa pop-up store, because I was actually there early in the morning because I had some errands to run, so I took the whole day off, and there were just so many people outside the store queuing, and all those people were there for the Gochiusa pop-up store instead, and it's really cool to see how much popularity the series still has even till now. Yeah, glad to see that the fans were eating well. I know they still have like plenty of other like cafes and the like going on as well, and this is just like a pop-up store among the many, but yeah, it's kind of amazing to see how big the fan base for it still is. Aside from that, I also went down to the Tower Records on the opposite side of the road where there was a Nikkei cafe, collab cafe going on. Unfortunately, you had to pre-order in advance to be able to go in as well as to buy the goods, so I couldn't really do anything there on the day itself. I could only really just watch from other stunts as the one guy in the cafe, because it was like midway through the period as well, and so, you know, in the morning when most people couldn't go. Literally, there's only one guy in the cafe and you had to set a reservation in advance thing ongoing, and I feel like that could have been improved considering the fact that like it feels like it's kind of killing like the number of people who can actually be in the cafe if there's only that one guy in and people aren't being able to go in. But overall, you know, it's for the Nikkei anniversary and the art is really nice. They had it outside of the Tower Records as well, so that was pretty cool. Aside from that, there was also a pop-up store for Prince of Tennis going on within the Tower Records, which look, I don't know what's going on with Prince of Tennis nowadays, but it does feel like it has become more of a action battle thing than a sports things at times, and hey, I'm all for that. And the pop-up store, obviously it was aimed at more for the Otaku community instead, but yeah, it was pretty cool to see nonetheless. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time on